guys, Marlon from TF5. It's time for Transformers 4 discussion number 40. I've done 40 of these already. So, first of all, remember in a couple of discussions ago, I told you guys about Optimus Prime is going to be taking a trip to Kentucky at the truck show and the Mid-America Trucking Show, and he is there along with a a cardboard cutout of Optimus Prime. Life-size would be pretty cool, but it's not life-size. But it is in a different pose than we've ever seen before, and this is, I believe, the first time we've seen Optimus's full body, just, all the details and everything. So it's kind of, it's not the best quality image as far as, that's kind of a bit more in the background. Note to self, put phone on vibrate while filming the video. So, Optimus Prime is at this trucking show, and, it's a really cool cardboard cutout. I'd love to have that in my room. That'd be awesome. And, you can check out Optimus Prime there. He is there, I believe, for 2 more days, or 1 more day, or something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but if you're in the area, make sure to check out Optimus Prime and the cardboard cutout. Maybe get a better picture of it. That'd be awesome. Next, some 3D glasses. Remember back when Transformers Dark of the Moon came out, they had those Optimus Prime 3D glasses mask things. They were probably extremely uncomfortable, and they were huge and bulky, and why would I want to wear a mask when I'm, watching a movie? So this time around, they just have simplified it a lot more, and they just have some regular 3D glasses with an Optimus Prime design. They have, like, the horn type things, and, it's kind of an Optimus Prime type look, and they're pretty cool. I have a 3D TV that uses the real 3D glasses, so, I probably would want to get one just to have at home, and, I probably am going to get a pair of these. I mean, I'll be kind of funny wearing them in the movie theater. Next, about the CinemaCon, remember, just as another reminder for you guys, I don't want to hear anything that happened at CinemaCon as far as footage goes, but, what happened is apparently there was a lot of critics that actually enjoyed the 15 minutes that they were showed, that they saw at the CinemaCon. So I'm quite surprised that there are some critics that actually said, according to TF4 2005, they said the acting is top notch with drama and appropriate jokes at the right time, and completing all of it with top quality action. So what? I want to know what critics these are exactly, because that's really interesting that were they paid to say that? Because critics, they're not fond of Transformers movies or Michael Bay, so this is really surprising that they would say that. But what I'm really glad to hear, though, is the humor is good. I want good humor in this movie. That is one of the top things on my list of good things I want to see in this movie. That is good and appropriate humor. Not toilet humor or anything like that. I want to see some good humor. So I'm really excited to hear about that. Nicola Peltz and Jack Rayner both won their awards for their top upcoming actor or whatever, and they did some interviews mainly about just stuff that we've known already, and talking about the film and stuff like that. So you can check out those videos by heading over to TF4 2005. Next, really interesting, really interesting. Some video game news that came out in this catalog, and Transformers 5 in 2015, maybe. So there was some console, mobile, online, and arcade games that were shown on this little pamphlet thing, and we're assuming that these are for 2014 and 2015, which would give us a hint that maybe a Transformers 5 video game would come out in 2015, which would mean, would Transformers 5 be far off, or maybe they're just planning way in advance, and this is 2016, 2017. Did Transformers 4 and 5 film back-to-back like what was rumored a long time ago? It's kind of weird that rumor would just come up out of nowhere. Maybe they did film back-to-back. Maybe they filmed at least a little bit of it. A while back, in a few Transformers 4 discussions ago, I talked about how Cybertron.com got some type of tip that Transformers 5 was going to be coming out in 2017, and that was from the Toy Fair. Not sure how they got that info, but now 2015, next year, is maybe an option too. Don't know. So for console games, we have the Transformers 4 movie game, which is Rise of the Dark Spark, which I'm hoping ends up turning out better than I'm expecting. And then we have a video game after that called Autobots Supreme, and then, so not really sure what that is. Maybe it's a prequel game. Maybe it's another random Transformers video game. And then we have the Transformers 5 movie game, and then Transformers Spirits Rising, and those are all on all the main console platforms. So really interesting to know when these games are coming out. The person that released this assumed that it meant 2014 and 2015, all this stuff. So that'd be really weird to have 4 Transformers console games within 4 years. I mean, not 4 years, 4 within 2 years. I mean, and then for arcade games, we have the Transformers Human Alliance, which we've all heard about, and Transformers Universe for online. And for mobile, we have a Transformers 4 mobile game. That should be awesome. I remember the Transformers 3 game was decent. It was fun to play if you could get through the it crashing when you open it up. And then we have Transformers Angry Birds Go. So we're going to be able to go go-karting with Angry Birds and Transformers. So that's really cool. I can't wait for that. And next, we have, speaking of video games, I'll talk about this first. We have some 3 character profiles of Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime is going to have 3 forms in this game, as I talked about in the last Transformers 4 discussion. And it's going to be the Fall of Cybertron, the Age of Extinction, and the G1. So there are just these pictures here that kind of gives a small little bio of these 3 Optimus Primes. And it's actually funny when we're looking at these, how Optimus Prime can look so different yet still be recognizable as Optimus Prime. It's really cool just to see all these 3 different Optimus Primes here. Now it says 2 worlds collide, so G1 is just going to be in escalation mode, and there are going to be 40 playable characters in this game. I'm guessing, unfortunately, this is 3 of the characters right here. 3 of the 40 are going to be Optimus Prime. I'd say 2 Bumblebees, 2 Megatrons. So unfortunately, it might be less characters than we initially thought. We thought initially 40 characters. Whoa, that's a lot, but maybe in reality it's not as much. But we shall see. And then to wrap up, we have a Transformers 4 Age of Extinction calendar. First look at the cover, and unfortunately, it is that promotional CGI art, which, in my opinion, is the worst out of the 4 movies, just because it just looks so cartoonish. And I really want a calendar that has the actual CGI forms that are in the movie, not this cartoony CGI stuff. So, hopefully, this is not the final art, but I do have a feeling it is. I remember I had a Transformers Dark of the Moon calendar. A friend of mine had a Revenge of the Fallen calendar way back when, and those actually had the CGI forms of the characters. So unfortunately, this looks like it's just going to be promotional art stuff on this calendar. Maybe there is going to be another one. Maybe this is more of like a kid's version. A kid's version of the calendar. And so we'll see about that. And that just about does it for this Transformers 4 discussion. And I'll be coming back with discussion number 41 fairly soon. Actually, a little update on my movie that I was talking about in the channel update, important channel updates. And unfortunately, the main antagonist of the film had some shoulder reconstruction surgery, and he is going to be out for about 6 weeks. So it's going to postpone the filming that we were prepared for. So we're going to have to go back to the drawing board and do some of the smaller stuff that we weren't actually prepared for to film right now. We were prepared to film a couple of the bigger scenes first and then round out with the smaller scenes. But that's going to have to flip around, and so we're going to have to, it's going to be a little bit of a delay, but hopefully it will not have any impact on the final release of this movie. But that just, once again, just about does it for this discussion. I'm Marlon for 1995. See you guys next time.